This is why Tesla is a harder stock to trade, because when Tesla is breaking a support line, it breaks it right there in the morning with a big gap down. This is not giving us the time to just see it break and then enter and then follow through. So that's a disadvantage. This is one of the disadvantages of trading Tesla, but it is what it is. Of course, yesterday we had the earnings call, and Tesla is making less profit, less revenues, more expenses, less margins, blah, blah, blah. If you look at it from a purely business perspective, this was pretty much a down quarter. It was a little bit expected, but now we have the proof. We have the proof. Today we are down $22.57. We are down 9.3%. That's a whole lot. Post-market, we are down by 2.18 cents. So if we take a look at how this changes the patterns that we have on Tesla. So we need to make a few adjustments today because of what happened. The first one is that yesterday we were above 240.89. This was the support that we had. This is now gone. So I'm going to put this line now in red. We also had a support at 238.11. That was used in the past. It was used in September right here. It was used in August. It was used right there on that day, August 11th. It was used, and speaking of 240.89, it was used right smack on June 26th of this year. So, this was an important support and we just lost it. It has now become a resistance. On top of it, we were into this smaller bearish channel. This was the bearish channel right here. This is going down and the stock is supposed to zigzag between these two lines. Right now, guess what? We are even outside of this bearish channel. So today, at least, the stock wanted to go down faster than this average rate of descent. This is what a bearish channel is giving us, an average rate of descent. But this average rate of descent was not enough because we are now outside of this bearish channel. So it means that this line right here is also becoming a red line. Then I am not done yet. Then we also were into a bullish channel. This is what the stock market is like. This is a fractal. We have patterns within patterns, and that's fine. So this is a bullish trend that started in hindsight. In hindsight, we can see that it started on January 9th. By May 2nd, we already knew that this bullish trend was in effect. And we have been considering this bullish trend ever since. But now we are outside of it. So this bullish trend is now over. So where does that leave us? So this is leaving us within our bearish channel. We had a bearish channel, long-term bearish channel that started in November 2021, and it has been guiding us ever since because Tesla could never break this descending line right here. Could never break it. Tried it on July of this year. Almost tried it September. And it seems like we are not going to try it very soon. So right now we are still into this downward channel. The downward channel is fully intact. This is fully intact. And now that we are outside of our bullish channel right here, what we can say right now is that we are going sideways. We are going sideways. The current congestion zone that we are in is 238.11 at the top and 212.28 at the bottom. This is where we are supposed to move. If we continue moving right here, we could continue for a long time, get back into our downward channel right here. And if we continue a little bit more, we could get outside of this downward channel and continue going sideways, blah, blah, blah. Now, the fun part would come. I don't know if it's going to come. The fun part on this channel, I don't speculate, but I am showing you the milestones that will influence further movement in the stock. If we break 212.28, we have a support right here. 212.28. It was used as resistance in February of this year, resistance, a little bit of support in June, a little bit of support in August of this year. And if we start breaking this, then things are not going to be very good. If we start breaking this, then it is going to mean that we are no longer into a congestion zone. So if we are not bullish going higher, and if we are not going sideways, it will mean that we are going down. And if we go down, then we are close to this resistance side of the bullish channel. And this is the support side of the bullish channel. So you catch my drift. If we start going down right here at $200 approximately under 212, then where could we go? I don't know where could we go. We could go down to these numbers right here. I'm not saying it will do that, but technically, this is what Tesla has done. Going up, going down, going up, going down. And right here in December of last year and January of this year, we have overextended ourselves outside the bearish, and we swung back up to now maybe start to go down again. Technically, this is not impossible. This is not impossible to have Tesla at $90. This is not impossible. And if you listen to what Elon has said, he said pretty dire things yesterday. The Cybertruck is going to be hard to ramp up. It'll be really hard to ramp up. There are some positives, but he was pretty bleak in his outlook. So this is something that can happen. So if we break 212, we are going to have a further push down. Maybe we are not going to reach as low as $90, but we should be having a push down because we would no longer be going sideways. Okay, now, when we have a move down like this, that's pretty straight down, we should be expecting a little bit of a move up. We should not think that this move up means that, okay, everything is okay. We should be expecting this, and then we need to let the stock stabilize. This was the stabilization that the stock was in. And now this is just one candle right here. Are we going to continue stabilizing right here? It does not look that way for this candle that we had today. But one candle does not make a trend. We need to have a few more candles to start to understand what the stock is going to do, because we had a step change right here. We had the step change yesterday with the earnings calls. With this one candle, it's hard to say for sure, but at least this candle is outside of the current bearish channels. Let's see if tomorrow, if we are still outside of this bullish channel, and let's wait until next week to see exactly what is going to happen with this, if we are going to respect this downward channel or if we are going to continue our way down. This is also possible. In terms of indicators, I don't have much to say. Everything is bearish. Let's take a look at the VIX to also see what could have influenced Tesla. We have the VIX. VIX is up 2.19. This is extremely high. The VIX is going higher and higher. This is bad for the stock market. And look at how perfect this is. We have stopped exactly at our downward resistance for the VIX. Smack on it. This is not random. Stocks and indices at well-drawn lines. So this one was well-drawn. It stopped there pretty precisely. This is a big concern. The stock market is into a fear mode. This is the current bullish channel we are in. This is not looking good at all. It's not the time to be long. It's not the time to be long, and it's not the time to buy back. It's not the time to dollar cost average. It's the time to just get our chips out and let things settle down. In terms of bonds, the bonds are pretty much at a standstill still today, but still extremely high at 4.99. If we look at Rivian, we have lost our bullish channel right here yesterday. This should be red. We are down 5% on Rivian. Xpeng down 1.23%, holding on to 1353. NIO down to 78. We have lost the support that we had. We are into a bearish trend. And look at this here. When I say that you need stochastic over 60 in order to have a bull movement in a stock, look at this here. We have lost stochastic over 60 in August for NIO. Since then, it has been dropping down. So stochastic is very important. If you don't have stochastic, you should not go long. You should not be long. You should watch if you are still above support. That's the last chance. If you lose support after having lost stochastic over 60, then get out. Get out all the time. All the time. This is a good example right here. So Apple is down 0.22%, not too bad. We are still above support. We have some horizontal support at 174.58. We have some more at 170.58. So you should wait for that last one. And we have lost stochastic over 60. So losing stochastic over 60 is your first sign. The second sign is losing a horizontal resistance. Then get out. ARM is even losing its initial support, the first support it ever had, at 49.74. This is now gone. ARM is down 4.16%. Palantir down 0.81%, still have a good stochastic. So this one is holding on, not too bad. Still above 1690, but outside of its bullish channel. Nvidia still above 406.62, no stochastic, so be careful. And a big part of technical analysis is also knowing when to sell. Buying is fine. We know when to buy, but when to sell and when to get out and keep the money that we made and accumulate and not recuperate. And we don't want to recuperate. We want to accumulate. Stock goes up, we keep some profit. And if it goes down, we still have our profit. If we take a look at our indices, so Dow Jones down 0.75%, no stochastic. This is coming back down. This is holding for now at 33,414, but the next stop is 32,925. XPX down 0.85%. This could easily go down to 4212. Nasdaq 100, the same thing. This is going back down to its support side. This is down 1.4%. Gold continuing up. In hindsight, we saw that gold was going up like crazy. This was an indication that things were not going good in the economy. When gold goes super high, super fast, this means something. So we have broken 1508. To me, this is a confirmation. This is the second candle above 1508. We have a very good stochastic at 95. Time to buy some gold. Silver up 0.77. Silver was not as ready, and it's still not as ready as gold, waiting for $8. Bitcoin, nice day, 1.36 up. Ripple, nice day, 4% up. US dollar standing sideways. So not the best day for Tesla. We have broken some downward channel. It's still possible that we bounce on 212. This is a big move. If you took that move, this was on a hunch because we were still above 238.11. So nothing was telling us that it was not going to bounce. Nothing was telling us that. Nothing was telling us that. And it's just unfortunate that we have a gap down right here. Not everything is lost. We could definitely bounce back on 212, which would make it a nice number to get back into Tesla. That would not be too bad. But then Tesla needs to prove itself. It needs to prove that it's stabilizing. And it needs to prove then that it wants to start to go back up. So Tesla is going to have to convince us before we take any long position again. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.